Good morning, students. Uh, we will be discussing last four sums of exercise 9.3, and our first sum here is sum number 29, and it is given if arithmetic mean is A and geometric mean is given by G between two positive numbers, we have to prove that numbers are these. So we have to prove that the given numbers, whatever numbers we are assuming, the numbers will be in this form. Okay, so in order to do that, first of all we will say let the numbers be, because we need the arithmetic mean and geometric mean between those two numbers, so we will assume let the numbers be A and B. Now A is the arithmetic mean between A and B, so A will be equals to A plus B divided by 2, right? That is the value of A plus B, I can say it is 2A, right? And G is geometric mean between A and B, so G will be written as root of AB, so I can say the value of AB will be G square. Now if I am having A plus B, sum of two numbers is 2 times of A and product of two numbers is G square, and if I say A and B, now I can say A and B are actually roots of the quadratic. So which quadratic we can say? So we can say that is A and B are roots of the quadratic, as we are given the value of A plus B. If A and B I take, they are the roots of the quadratic, then we know how it will be written as, it will be x square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots equals to 0. If you remember, this thing we have done in junior classes. Now A plus B value we have taken, it is 2A, and the value of AB is G square. That means x square minus 2A plus G square equals to 0. Now from here I can take out the value of A and B, because A and B actually we are supposed to calculate. So A plus B value we have replaced by 2A and AB value we have replaced by G square, as they are the roots of this quadratic. So when I solve the quadratic, what will I get? I will get the values of A and B, right? So let us solve. So it implies the value of x will be, it will be minus B, so 2A plus minus root of B square, that means 4A square, B square minus 4AC, so it is 4G square divided by 2A, that means 2 into 1. So it will be 2A plus minus root of, I can write it as 4A square minus G square divided by 2. So this 4 when I take common, it will be 2 root of A square minus G square by 2, right, which is equals to A plus minus root of A square minus G square. So that means the roots of the quadratic are A plus minus root A square minus G square, and A square minus G square means A minus G, A plus G. And what is this x? X is representing the root. What are the roots? Roots are A and B, and in the beginning what we have taken A and B, these are the two numbers which we are supposed to calculate, right? So this is how we can use the relationship between arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two numbers in our quadratic to, even if AM and GM are given, we can write down the quadratic, or if AM and GM I use in the quadratic, I can get the values of A and B also, okay, where A and B are any two numbers. So this is our sum number 29. So now let us move to sum number 30. Sum number 30 here is, it is given the number of bacteria in a certain culture doubles every hour. Okay, if there were 30 bacteria present in the culture originally, so the number of bacteria which are present in the beginning, okay, so that we will take A is given 30 and it doubles every hour. right? If A is 30, the second means the next hour, the second term will be double of 30, it will become 60, then double of that, so on. So the value of our common ratio will become 2 here, okay? And we have to find how many bacteria will be present at the end of second hour. At the end of second hour means what I have to do, AR2 I am supposed to calculate. At the end of, so this is number of bacteria, so we can write down here number of bacteria at the end of second hour, it will be AR square, and the number of bacteria at the end of fourth hour, so this will be given by AR raised to power 4, and number of bacteria at the end of nth hour, so it will be given by AR raised to power n. A we know, R we know, so let us calculate. So the number of bacteria at the end of second hour, this will be A R square. A is 30, R is 2 square. So 2 square 4, 4 into 3 12, it will be 120. Number of bacteria at the end of fourth hour, it will be 30 into 2 raised to power 4. So 2 raised to power 4 will be 16. 16 into 3 is 48, 480 we will get, and this will be 30 into 2 raised to power n. So these three will be our answers: number of bacteria at the end of second hour, number of bacteria at the end of fourth hour, and number of bacteria at the end of nth hour. This is the simple sum. We are just calculating the terms only, okay? So at the end of second hour means when second hour is complete. So actually this is our third term, this will be our fifth term, and this will be our n plus 1th term, okay? So we can consider it in this way also. Sum number 31. What will rupees 500 amounts to in 10 years after its deposit in a bank which pays annual interest rate of 10% compounded annually? So this sum also you people will do with the help of GP only. You have to find the sum at the end of 10 years, and initially we will take the first term, we will take here 500, okay? Sum number 32. If AM and GM of roots of quadratic are 8 and 5. So this sum also you people will only do. AM is given 8, GM is given 5. Then obtain the quadratic. AM means A plus B divided by 2 value is given 8. GM means root of AB is given 5. So from this I will get the value of A plus B as 16. The value of AB will be 25. And as we did in the previous sum, the quadratic will be x square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots equal to 0. So we will just substitute the values there and you are getting your answer. So sum number 31 and 32 I have left for you people. You people will be able to do. Now we will discuss the formulas of the next exercise, that we have special series. Okay. Now special series formula we are going to discuss. Special series under this topic, the first that we will discuss is sum of first n natural numbers. This is given, this is written by summation n. We call it as summation n also, or we call it as sigma n also. The formula is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So these are the standard formulas. The second is sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. Sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. That means 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to so on. So that sum will be given by, it can be, okay, let me shift it to the next page, and So it will be given by summation n square, okay, and summation n square, the formula is equals to n into, okay, let me give you the formula in the other way. So summation n square, that means sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. So if I have to take the formula, it will be n plus 1, 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6. So this is the formula for the sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. And the last formulas, third formula, we have sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers, that is summation of n cube, and this formula is n plus 1 whole divided by 2 whole square, right? So we have these three formulas for the next exercise: summation n square, and summation n cube. Okay, so we can do one or two sums from this exercise 9.4 so that we can practice these formulas. Okay, so here we have first sum. From sum number 1 to sum number 7, we have to find the sum to n terms of each series. Now in the series, if I take the first sum, it is given 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4. So the next term will be 4 into 5 up to so on. So the series is given. Series, I hope you people remember. When we have sequence, and I just club the terms of the sequence with the sign of addition, we are getting the series. So this series is given here, and the terms of the series are also not simple. The first term is the product of 1 and 2. Then the second term is the product of 2 and 3. Third term, if I take, it is the product of 3 and 4 and so on. So here we can say, first of all, we will calculate here our nth term, because I don't know what is the pattern of the terms here. So first we will just find the pattern of the terms. Okay, so nth term, how will I get? It will be actually the, if I take the first term of this number is 1, then 2, then 3. Obviously the next term will be 4 into 5, then 5 into 6 and so on. So the nth term will be here, nth term of 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on, multiply by the next will be nth term of, now we will just look at the second number of each and every term. So the second number is 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 up to so on. So the nth term of the last term will be, it will be nth term of 2, then 3, then 4 up to so on, we have to find. Now the first term, nth term of 1, 2, 3, that means it is starting from the natural number 1, 2, 3. So it will be n, and here if I take, it will become n plus 1. So our nth term is n into n plus 1. In this particular sum, we can just leave this part also, because if I just observe my sequence, how it is coming, 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4. So the second number in every term is one number, means one digit more than the first number. So it will be n into n plus 1, that is our nth term, and nth term, that means it is n square plus n. Now once I calculate nth term, in order to find the sum, I will just take the summation over nth term, right? So it means we will have summation of n square plus n. Now I will just separate the summation, it will be summation n square plus summation of n. Now we will apply our formulas. Summation n square, what is the formula? We have n plus 1, 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6, and summation n formula we have n plus 1 whole divided by 2, right? Formulas are applied. So the last thing, we will just simplify it. We can take here n plus 1 by 2 common from both the terms, and we will be left with 2n plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1. So this will be equals to n plus 1, 2n plus 4 whole divided by 6. So this will be our answer for the very first sum of exercise 9.4. In second sum now, we have product of 3 numbers in every term, 1 into 2 into 3, then 2 into 3 into 4, 3 into 4 into 5 and so on. So our nth term in the second sum, what we will have, it will become, I am just giving you the hint. So our nth term will be n plus 1 into n plus 2. So if I just multiply it, we are getting here, we will get n cube plus n square plus 2n square plus 2n. So this is n cube plus 3n square plus 2n. This is our nth term. Now in order to find the sum, we will again take summation over the nth term. So it will be equals to summation of n cube plus 3n square plus 2n. Now we will just separate the summation. Summation n cube plus 2 is not 2 here, 3 is constant, we will take 3 outside, summation n square. 2 we will take outside, summation n. Because when I am taking 3n square, so every square of natural number we are multiplying by 3. So that 3 if I write down outside and I take summation of n square, it means whatever answer I am getting for summation n square, of that answer every term we will be multiplying by 3. Same thing with summation n. So here you can just put the formulas of summation n cube, summation n square and summation n, and we will simplify that, and that simplified form will be the answer, right? So you people can do 1 or 2 sums from this exercise just to practice these formulas, okay? And now the last part of this chapter, we have sum of infinite GP. So that we will do now. Sum of infinite GP. Infinite GP means I have AR square up to so on, there is no end, right? So in exercise 9.3, we have calculated the sum of n terms, sum of n terms of GP. But if I say I have to find infinite sum of GP, so S infinity if I have to find, how we will calculate, you know? So in place of n, we have just infinity. So if I just substitute the value of infinity in my formula, and here R will be, R we can take greater than 1, R we can take less than 1, so that we will discuss later. It is A 1 minus R raised to power infinity in place of n divided by 1 minus R. Okay, now why I have taken this formula? Next thing, remember in the sum to infinite GP or sum of infinite GP, our R will always be less than 1. This is the condition. This point we have to take in mind. Our common ratio will always be less than 1, and we know when our ratio is less than 1, we take this formula. Now A into 1 minus R raised to power infinity divided by 1 minus R. Now R is less than 1, okay? So if R is less than 1 and I just multiply that number to the power of infinity, okay? So as you know, the power increases. For example, if I say, if I multiply 0.2 into 0.2, I will get 0.004, right? So when we multiply two numbers which are less than 1, it will further decrease only, right? So when I just keep on multiplying the common ratio which is less than 1 to infinite time, the number will be very, very small and it will be almost negligible, right? It will approach towards 0 only, and this number we will neglect. So R raised to power infinity we are going to neglect. It will become approximately 0 only. So our sum of infinite GP, then it will be left as A 1 minus 0 divided by 1 minus R, and ultimately the formula is becoming A upon 1 minus R. So sum of infinite GP, it will be simply A divided by 1 minus R. Okay, this is the formula. This exercise is given at the back of the at the back of the book only, where we have supplementary exercises for other chapters. It's a small exercise, so we will discuss few sums based upon this formula now. So here let us take one example so that we can practice the formula. We have here, let the given series be 1 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 27 up to so on, and we have to find the sum to infinite terms. That means S infinity we have to find. So the formula is just A upon 1 minus R. So here in our series the first term is 1, and what is the common ratio? Common ratio is coming 1 by 3. So when we find S infinity here, it will be 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 3. So here we are getting 3 by 2 as the answer, right? So this is how, whenever we have any infinite GP series is given, and if we are supposed to find the sum to infinite terms, the formula will be A upon 1 minus R. We should know the value of A and R, just substitute the values to get this sum. Based upon this formula, you people will be able to do the last supplementary exercise of this chapter. Okay, and with this thing our chapter is complete, so you people can practice the sums. Thank you, students.